Mirror's Edge is set in that old favourite, the dystopian city. But that's where the familiarity ends, because there's something quite unusual about the profession of the game's heroine. She's called Faith. But first, let's deal with the politics.
The story of Mirror's Edge is kind of rooted in a lot of things that are going on today. People want to feel more secure. People want to feel like they're being taken care of by their government. And so, this is a story of that kind of going a little bit too far.
Regulation of the internet and DNA databases and ID cards.
It's not a bad city. The government isn't evil. It's just that it's taken on so many responsibilities and it's taken on so much from people. And they've given up so much of their rights in exchange for this freedom.
Where we find ourselves when we start the game playing as this character Faith is that information and communication is quite heavily controlled, monitored and regulated. And so a lot of people within the city that, that don't want to partake in that have started hiring couriers, basically known as runners.
Faith's job is really as a messenger. And one of the things we thought of many years ago is, in certain cities like San Francisco or New York or wherever, you see some of these bike messengers, and they are insane. What if you did it on the rooftops? What if you did it where the people who are, your reason for running is to deliver things that maybe the government doesn't really want you to get from place to place.
If a slightly threatening nanny state wasn't enough to worry about, Faith has family problems. Her sister Kate seems to be in a spot of bother.
Your character's sister, she's framed for a crime she didn't commit, and as Faith, you the player, start investigating that, you start to sort of uncover a wider conspiracy.
Kate?
What are you doing here?
What happened? Did you?
No! You don't recognize him?
Should I?
It's Robert. Robert Pope, friend of Dad's. He was alive when I got here. Just sitting at his desk, writing. Everything went black. When I came to, he'd been shot. And I'm pretty sure it's with my gun.
One of the other characters within the story that you're going to be sort of spending a lot of time listening to and talking with is Mercury, who's Faith's sort of handler.
Hey.
Merc.
You off?
Just get on comms and track me.
All of the different runners have got, sort of networks all over the city, and those are all taken care of by someone who's basically on Overwatch, like listening into the police channels, trying to find out what's going on, and feeding them information about the sort of different targets. So he takes quite an active part in helping Faith on her quest to sort of find out what is going on with her sister, and he's really the one who sort of took her when she was a child in the streets and sort of trained her up to be a runner as well.